NBS Live at 9.
Parliament eulogizes General Moses Ali, describing him as a resilient nationalist and diligent statesman.
The mission on earth is complete.
A number of occasions when we had very heated debates on APA, on Zoka Forest, he remained calm.
The President.
President Jerome Museveni mourns General Moses Ali, describing him as a rare patriot.
Freedom fighter. Number 2, peacemaker. Number 3, development person.
Emotions run high as the body of the Cock of West Nile arrives for the final send-off.
This being a state function, once the body is inside here, the National Organizing Committee will take over.
Who arrested Mwanga Chivumbi?
It's an ugly scene. It's an ugly scenario for our country.
Police disowns men who carried out the arrest. Who were these persons dressed in police uniform?
But remember, it was their joint operation with the military.
Voices from the border on Ebola controls, which has led to today's success story.
Those ones, they are screened. They will do the contamination at the border. And as also UPDF is helping us to man other points of entry.
This is NBS Live at 9 with Victoria Sibia, Samson Kasumba and Kanari Mugume.
The send-off of retired General Moses Ali is scheduled for tomorrow, and bring us updates will be Benson Ongom, who is at the residence of the retired general, and also we'll have, of course, our Kudi Martin right there, who will be giving us the detail and the mood of what it is like in Adjumani town. This is NBS Live at 9. On to our top story tonight. Parliament has eulogized former Second Deputy Prime Minister and Adjumani West MP, General retired Moses Ali, who passed away on Saturday, describing him as a nationalist, resilient and diligent statesman whose distinguished military service and role in the constitution-making process helped shape Uganda's peace and governance. In the same sitting, Vice President Jessica Alupo hailed him as a disciplined officer and mentor to many young leaders, saying he leaves an indelible mark on the country's history.
The casket containing the body of the late retired General Moses Ali arrived at Parliament at 7:30 a.m. and was received by the Speaker, Jacob Oboth, before moving the casket to the foyer of Parliament, where the body lay in state. The casket containing the body was later moved to the parliamentary chambers, where legislators eulogized their colleague. At 10 a.m., the special parliamentary sitting chaired by Speaker Jacob Oboth started, with the Speaker commending the President for appointing the late General Moses Ali in influential positions in government where he touched a number of lives.
Uganda has lost one of its great libraries, a repository of history, wisdom, and public service.
He was a man of many titles.
Prime Minister Robin Anabanja moved the motion for the resolution of Parliament to pay tribute, describing the late as a distinguished, resilient, transparent, accountable, courageous and committed leader.
Supported His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in the peace efforts to end the insurgency of the Rhodes Resistance Army, RRA, in the northern Uganda.
The motion was supported by the leader of opposition in Parliament, Joel Senyonyi, who asked leaders to emulate the late General Moses Ali by representing the rule of law.
So while we hold office, may we cause positive impact. May we be diligent leaders. Let us respect the rule of law and the people of Uganda whom we serve.
The Vice President Jessica Alupo hailed the Cock of West Nile, describing him as a disciplined military officer and mentor to many young leaders.
He was a freedom fighter, and he was such a humorous politician who you would not miss his message whenever he would communicate it.
Ministers and legislators, including the former Speaker and now First Deputy Prime Minister Rebecca Kadaga, eulogized the late as a devoted servant with a big heart for his region of West Nile, but also a promoter of peace.
Was a calm person. I remember a number of occasions when we had very heated debates on Apa, on Zoka Forest. He remained calm despite the pressures. Those are very, very heated debates in the South.
General Moses Ali was an exceptional patriot, a distinguished soldier, an accomplished statesman, and a dedicated public servant.
General Moses Ali, the late, championed unity, particularly amongst the Muslim community.
We've heard that he has been a straight man, he has been a negotiator, he has been a person free of corruption and all that.
I've been on Google since yesterday searching about Moses Ali to learn about him, to see the scandals he was involved in, and I've found none.
This is a born leader. There are leaders that are made and those that are born. Moses Ali was a born leader. Moses Ali has also mentored behind him with Ahmadis who say our cock has fallen.
President Yoweri Museveni paid tribute to the late retired General Moses Ali, describing him as a rare patriot whose legacy spans freedom, peace building and championing involvement in West Nile. Delivering his eulogy for the veteran military officer and long-serving political leader, President Museveni reflected on their decades-long relationship, highlighting General Ali's steadfast service, leadership and significant contributions to Uganda's stability, unity and national development.
The President.
Shortly after 9 a.m., President Yoweri Museveni arrived at Parliament ahead of a special sitting held in honour for the late retired General Moses Ali, the former second Deputy Prime Minister and veteran statesman. The President was received by Speaker of Parliament Jacob Maxon-Oboth, Deputy Speaker Thomas Taiwa and Leader of the Opposition Joel Senyonyi. Inside Parliament, President Museveni laid a wreath on the casket of the late General's body lying in state. He then signed the condolence book, taking time to pen a heartfelt tribute to his longtime colleague. Addressing mourners, President Museveni described General Moses Ali as a patriot, freedom fighter and peacemaker, reflecting on his decades-long relationship.
I came here to tell you to give witness to the positive attributes I saw with General Moses Ali. Number one, freedom fighter. Number two, peacemaker. Number three, development person.
Reflecting on that decades-long relationship, he recalled how the late general resisted authoritarianism and later embraced dialogue over prolonged conflict after falling out with former President Idi Amin in the late 1970s. The President also praised General Ali's unwavering commitment to the development of West Nile, saying he consistently lobbied government to improve roads, extend electricity and address the welfare.
He was really a lover of West Nile, always pushing for the program of West Nile, the tarmac road, the electricity, the issue of the veterans. He was always in the forefront, and many of his pressures on us have already brought results.
Museveni also recalled his first meeting with General Moses Ali in Libya, urging leaders and residents of West Nile to build on the foundation he leaves behind. He reaffirmed the government's commitment to expanding infrastructure in the region, including the strategic Arua-DR Congo Road corridor.
Loving freedom, which I've already talked about, opposed Amin in their own quiet ways, resisted UPC when UPC came in because of their mistakes. So that is one characteristic. Is peacemaker, because he was with Dr. Adrico. I left Nairobi, went back to Libya. Then I found Moses Ali there, and Dr. Adrico, this is the doctor they were talking about. The part of the other effort to isolate NRA, unite everybody, isolate NRA. But when they came, they said, this is a mistake. So I agreed with Moses Ali that the UNLF people who are already part of this group, which was in Kampala, put out sorry fighters when we were entering Kampala. That's how our cooperation now started.
The body remained lying in state as leaders, family members and members of the public continued paying their last respects ahead of the special parliamentary tribute.
General Moses Ali has lived and worked in Kampala for many decades, so it was only fair that the city gets its chance to bid farewell. So the chopper carrying the remains of the celebrated Army General, as well as politicians, left Koro Airstrip at about 2:15 p.m. in a gesture that Kampala was finally saying farewell to a man who has lived amongst us for decades. It was the last time that the city dwellers were to see the last of him as the Army chopper headed north towards his hometown. General Moses Ali was gone and never to return. Lest we forget the distinguished service. Now, the body of the late General retired Moses Ali, former second Deputy Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for Adjumani West constituency, did arrive at his hometown of Adjumani to a reception of waiting crowds.
The UPDF chopper carrying the body of the late General Moses Ali touched ground at the Penzizi airfield in Adjumani at 3:53 p.m. to the reception of a waiting crowd. This arrival marked the beginning of his final journey to his final resting place. From the chopper, it was moved to the waiting UPDF funeral van bearing the colors of the national flag as emotions ran high from relatives, friends and local leaders who had gathered to receive the son of the soil. At about 4:12 p.m., the body left Openzizi airfield and was transported to General Moses Ali's home in Oberikako village, Adjumani Town Council, where hundreds of mourners had gathered to receive him. Here, the UPDF brass band was played to welcome the body with a solemn musical tribute before it was taken inside the family home by senior military officers. Emotional scenes were witnessed as mourners broke down in tears while receiving the body of the veteran leader for the final time.
Ay, bye-bye! Ay, bye-bye! Ay, Adjumani se kalalani.
The arrival of the body has ushered in the final funeral rites for General Moses Ali, with the body now at his ancestral home in Oberikako village for a night vigil.
Indeed, ushindi yetu ni razma. Now, the Cock of West Nile has gone silent from West Nile. Benson Ngom tells the story of a man who breathed his last in a region. Let's go to a region and see and listen to the hope of thousands who have lost direction in many senses. I'll begin with Benson before I go to Martin Okudi. Benson, a huge cock, if you may, a rooster, has gone silent here. You are there capturing the sights and the sounds and the emotions. Try to give us a sense of that.
Samson, it's very hard to deal with covering such an event where every time and then you continue to cover. Generals and important people from the region come back home. I was there when General Loketa died, General Lokech and Jacob Bulanya, and today General retired. Right Honorable Moses Ali's remains being brought back home, and you could tell from the different emotion. And again, that describe for you the cock that he was. If you speak about West Nile, if you speak about Madi sub-region, you cannot speak about these regions without mentioning the name of retired General Moses Ali. Just adjacent to his home is a secondary school which he built and later gave it to government as a public school, now benefiting and one of the top schools in Adjumani district. One of the things that was in his manifesto was the Laropi Bridge, the bridge that connects Moyo and as well Adjumani district. He had dreamed in his manifesto to change the face of hospital in Adjumani from a district hospital to a regional referral hospital. Again, one of the roads that connect Adjumani district to Elego, which is the border side of Sudan, South Sudan and Uganda, was also in manifesto. But one of the most important things that General Moses Ali spoke about during the last campaigns was as well to create a public university in Adjumani. One, we know there's a public university in Arua, which is Muni University, but also Good University, which are kilometers away. His dream in his manifesto was to change and bring a public university in Adjumani. That is the cock we are talking about. Joining me is the Paramount Chief of Madi, Drane OP, to speak to us. But first of all, let's start from here. You're live on NBS Live at 9. The death of General Moses Ali, speak to us about the feeling of the tribe, Madi region, West Nile sub-region. How do you feel?
Good evening. It's kind of surreal. First of all, the general himself was not well. We knew that, and he was lapsing. But until something happens of such magnitude, losing someone, it doesn't get to you because you're not prepared. You're always praying for him to get better. So now that he's gone, it's kind of sunk back into our hearts what we miss, what you miss to tell him, his smiles, the simplicity of the gentleman that he was. You know, General was a general, a 4-star general, but for us we know him as someone who was one of us. He would welcome everybody into his home and listen to their problems. If he would counsel you, he would counsel you. And he was always someone who united people. He was always someone who brought people together, united communities. General is bigger than Uganda, by the way. General is a person that goes beyond Uganda. He went into South Sudan. He reunited people there. He went into other countries, the Arab North. He united Libya and Saudi Arabia, Pakistan with Uganda, with Africans. So General, everything he done in his life was for the betterment of other people. Whatever he saw that was good abroad or elsewhere that was good and praiseworthy, he brought it to the nation Uganda. And there's something amazing about the General. In all that he was, through all the years, you never hear about a conflict of interest situation with him. There was no taking of bribes. There was no, you don't find his name tainted in all this kind of stuff. And so, even in simplicity, you see, he sits on rugs and we will talk together. And so he's just an amazing character that we're going to miss dearly. But more than that, the way he protected northern Uganda, West Nile, and how he wanted so much that we all coexist properly with love and respect for one another, that to the point that we can see our northern part of the country develop and give its worth to the GDP of the country.
Thank you. Again, that's a good conversation. We shall continue from there. Again, many moments, many things that the people of Adjumani remembers and the people of Madi region remembers about the retired, now the late, Right Honorable Moses Ali. But lastly, Samson, the simplicity that the Paramount Chief spoke about. When we came to this home, again, we have done coverage of very many homes. When there are times like this, you could tell from his home, his entrance of the home, his fencing of the home, that was a man who loved these people, a man who was simple. Again, the people of Adjumani, northern Uganda, is mourning. Back to you, Samson.
Thank you very much, Benson Ngom. Let me come to you, Martin. The late General Moses Ali was a gigantic figure, a humongous monument of Adjumani and West Nile in general. Beyond the ability of words to capture, give us a sense of how Adjumani is dealing with these humongous laws. And in a sense, are we talking about people that feel hopeless at the moment?
Good evening, Samson. Good evening, NBS viewers. Many people, especially the mourners, have described the late retired General Moses Ali as the pillar of this sub-region, and he has been dubbed as the cock of West Nile region. At family level, he is a father. He loves his children. He loves even neighbors, immediate neighbors, including people who are not his biological children. This has been clearly shown by the support he has extended, especially to vulnerable children in terms of scholarship. Now, since the news of his passing on broke out, what we know is that so many people flocked to his home. Other people sent in their condolence messages. And now, since yesterday, preparations have been going on. And by today, we have seen honorable ministers arriving in his home. We have seen members of parliament, especially the woman member of parliament for Moyo district, visited the home, including the member of parliament for Jumani East County, James Mamawi. We are also seeing faces from the public service, especially Koma Stephen. He is a commissioner in charge of district inspection. We are also seeing faces like that of Commissioner Bua Victor Leku. He is a commissioner in the Ministry of Local Government in charge of pension, including Lady Justice Jane Kajuga Okuo. All these are people expected to attend the funeral, including all the over 40 MPs here in West Nile sub-region. According to the COC, there are about 25,000 mourners that are expected to arrive within West Nile. That means this number could go beyond 60,000 at Paridi Stadium tomorrow, where there's going to be special council sitting, and then after that the body will be brought to Abirichako, specifically at Takwa Mosque Cemetery. That will be the last resting place for the retired general. He has been described as a pillar, but one important thing before I let it go is that the general requested the government to establish a specific ministry for West Nile region, because he says West Nile is very vast. Therefore, the government should appoint a specific honorable minister to oversee what is happening in West Nile, so that this honorable minister for West Nile will be able to address the challenges of this region to the government. Back to you, the Political Command Center.
Thank you, Martin, and thank you, Benson, for your thoughts, and we will hear from you very soon. That's Benson Ngom and indeed Martin Okudi as well. We live here for a very short time. What life gives us is the opportunity to leave a legacy and an impact on life. Well, let's see what comes next, and that is your opinions.
Feedback brought to you by. In business, you need advice, solutions, and sector expertise when it matters.
Your new office space looks great. What's next?
We get it. Absa Business Banking.
Born on the 5th of April 1938, and he left us on the 18th of July 2026. What a distinguished record of service to his nation. As the country does mourn the late General Moses Ali, what lessons do we learn from his contribution to national development? Let's get to the lessons from those who dare to contribute. Cosmos, the life and career of the late General Moses Ali offers critical lessons in national reconciliation, strategic patience, and prioritizes dialogue over perpetual conflicts and grassroots socio-economic development, and his legacy provides a roadmap for post-conflict governance. That is Cosmos there. And then Andrew says, I think we can learn that reconciliation, even with a seemingly vicious enemy, can pacify the nation and pave way for progress. And who else is there? NBS Live at 9 does take a break. Sometimes I ponder what will be said when I finally rest in the next 35 years.
In life, every minute matters. But sometimes, one simple bank errand takes your whole day. Queues, delays, valuable time lost. But now, Pride Bank eri kumuliango. Deposit money, repay loans, and pay bills easily at a quick teller agent near you. No more wasted time, no more stress. With Pride Agency Banking, powered by Quick Teller, your bank is now part of your everyday life.
Pride Kumuliango. Quick Teller, everyday payments made easy. Pride Bank, your growth is our pride. Pride Bank is regulated and supervised by the Bank of Uganda, and customer deposits are protected by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda up to 10 million shillings. Terms and conditions apply.
The problem is the foundation.
Do you know the kind of cement I'm using in this foundation? I guarantee you even my grandchildren will come and find this house.
You buy your buy today and get the job done. Strong, reliable, available at hardware shops countrywide.
You got Glovo. You got Glovo. You can order what you want. You can get what you need. You got Glovo. You got it all. Order a Glovo and receive it in minutes.
Hello, Mr. Mkasa.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay, sir. Are you the broker?
The original one.
I was told you have very good rentals.
That is right. How many bedrooms do you want?
I want 3 bedrooms.
Okay, did I tell you of the price?
Yes, of course. 500,000.
No. This side, the salary went a bit high.
Why?
Because the paint we use is of good quality. So the place gained the value.
Which paint?
Global paint.
How?
For the ceiling, for us we use Global Mat. And for the inside walls, we use Global Silk Vinyl.
Okay, tell me about the outside walls.
Outside we use Global Weather Coat Emulsion so that the walls don't peel.
I'm really impressed. The precision you put while painting, I'm willing to pay any amount.
That is true, because here for us quality is paramount and the place becomes umite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
You need a bigger space to grow your business.
You need to be ready for any season.
You need faster checkouts for these busy days.
In business, you need advice, solutions, and sector expertise when it matters.
Your new office space looks great. What's next?
We get it. Absa Business Banking.
MTN voice bundle. Load. Hey. Hello, Mama. Hey, it is me, your son, Opio. Hey, now, Mama, listen to me. MTN has the offer. Yes, it has the offer. You load from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now, they have free MTN to MTN minutes. And those minutes are there all day. So you load, you'll thank me later.
Load an MTN voice bundle between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. and get 3 free MTN to MTN minutes valid all day. Dial *100 *21# and get your free minutes bully daily. Free your fire with free minutes from MTN. Together, our connection is unstoppable. MTN.
Welcome back. Let's get back into the politics of the country. Now, police
If someone has committed or is suspected of having committed an offense, treat him in accordance with the law.
In response, police also argued that the application does not provide evidence linking the Uganda Police Force or its leadership to Chivumbi's disappearance. The force maintains that the writ of habeas corpus cannot succeed and has asked court to dismiss the application with costs.
The same Attorney General comes holding an affidavit in reply saying that whereas the police apprehended the Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi at Impigi, it does not have him. On the other hand, the minister has chosen not to respond this application. So that, of course, would worry any person.
Through his X account, National Unity Platform President Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu said he had received information suggesting that Chivumbi is not in good condition. They believe this could explain why security agencies have not produced him.
So give us the body. We understand that he was badly beaten and is receiving treatment in one of the military hospitals. Thank you for giving him treatment, but give him to us. We know better how to treat him. His personal lawyer cannot access him. Family cannot access him. He is only accessed by his captors. So we can only appeal to you. Please return him.
Chivumbi's lawyers say following the police denial, they now suspect he could be in military custody. They are now awaiting the court's ruling, which is expected tomorrow, which they hope will determine the next course of action. Chivumbi was rearrested on the 10th of July, just hours after he was granted bail. He had spent nearly 5 months on remand over terrorism-related charges, alongside more than 20 other co-accused.
Now, the Ministry of Education and Sport says it is reviewing its school trips and tours guidelines with the proposed framework set to introduce tougher penalties for schools that violate learner safety regulations. The ministry says the revised rules follow growing concern over fatal accidents involving school trips, blaming many of the incidents on schools' failure to comply with existing guidelines. Ministry spokesperson Dr. Dennis Mugimba says institutions that flout the new regulations will face stringent sanctions once the law takes effect.
Through an integral part of Uganda's education calendar, particularly during the second term, school field trips have come under intense scrutiny following a series of fatal road crashes that have claimed the lives of learners, prompting renewed calls for stricter safety enforcement. The Minister of Education, however, says many of the tragedies are not a result of lack of regulations, but widespread disregard for existing guidelines. Ministry spokesperson Dr. Dennis Mugimba blames some school proprietors for ignoring safety measures that were introduced to ensure educational trips are well planned and conducted safely.
It is very important, first of all, for these head teachers and heads of institutions to be aware about these guidelines. That one, those guidelines, first of all, are present. Number two, what do the guidelines say? And we have noticed that there is low level of awareness of these heads of institutions about the presence of these guidelines.
In 2025, the ministry issued comprehensive guidelines governing school trips and education tours. Among the key requirements are approval by the school's governing body, fieldwork where possible should be conducted within or near the school. Learners must be supervised by designated teachers throughout the trip. Every trip must be assessed for both educational value and safety. Vehicles must be roadworthy, licensed, and carry only the approved number of passengers. Police must be notified in advance with details of the destination, travel arrangements, learner's number, and contacts of the teacher in charge and the head teacher. Travel should be conducted during daytime hours with any stopovers or overnight stays planned in advance. Despite these provisions, officials say compliance has remained poor. Some schools continue transporting learners at night, overloading vehicles and flouting basic road safety standards, practices that directly violate the ministry's regulations. Authorities believe such breaches have contributed to the growing number of fatal crashes involving school trips, including the recent Kapchora tragedy in which learners from King David Junior School lost their lives, while several others sustained injuries.
The challenge of access to information
and laxity of some administrators, because you cannot wait for the ministry. The same applies like when you are setting up such an institution. You don't wait for the ministry to come and close you that you don't have a license.
To ensure that everything the law requires regarding school safety during trips is adhered to. It begins with you, the head teacher.
Musoke says the recent accidents should serve as a wake-up call for school owners. He also urges the ministry to strengthen inspection and enforcement mechanisms to ensure full compliance across all schools.
First of all, stakeholder engagement is so important to make sure that also there is allocation, budget allocation, to recruit more inspectors, because the number is still lacking.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education says it is reviewing the framework governing school trips through consultations with key stakeholders. According to Dr. Mjimba, the revised framework will form the basis of the new law introducing tougher penalties for schools that violate safety regulations.
To ensure that the people who do not follow these guidelines can be apprehended within the law. So it is not going to be just an administrative document, but it's something that will actually put you to jail.
For now, all school trips and educational tours remain suspended as government finalizes the revised safety framework.
The National Resistance Movement has warned party leaders against mismanaging funds meant for grassroots mobilization, saying those funds diverting resources will be held accountable. The warning comes as the ruling party intensifies preparations for village-level elections, with concerns emerging over accountability and growing calls for leaders to rally behind official NRM candidates ahead of the 2026 electoral cycle.
Addressing a regional strategy meeting attended by the district party leaders, members of parliament, and resident district commissioners from across the Lango sub-region, Interim National Vice Chairperson for Northern Uganda, Dennis Hamson-Obua, warned that the ruling party will not tolerate the misuse of funds allocated for grassroots mobilization and party activities. The meeting forms part of the nationwide mobilization drive by the NRM Secretariat aimed at strengthening party structures ahead of the village-level elections and improving the party's performance in future electoral contests.
That opportunity for us to campaign as a structure and money coming to us has presented the challenge of a late mismanagement of party funds. I can tell you without a doubt that the report of every district in Uganda, President Museveni now knows what happened to the party funds district by district.
Obua said the NRM has invested heavily in building and strengthening party structures from the village to the national level, urging leaders to ensure that mobilization funds reach their intended beneficiaries and are fully accounted for.
We hope and pray that the money you will be in charge of will reach the intended beneficiaries as it is, not as it ought to be, not as you wish it to be, but as it is reflected here.
Up to now, my biggest slide is here. I want you to ask him whether he gave us the funds or not.
Obua revealed that President Yoweri Museveni, who also serves as the NRM national chairman, has been briefed on accountability concerns arising from previous party elections in several parts of the country. He warned leaders against discrepancies between funds received and reported expenditures, saying those found mismanaging party resources will be held accountable.
Money is sent. Money is spent. Money is supposed to be accounted for. There is now the last bit, which is audit. The money is supposed to be audited.
Obua also challenged party leaders to mobilize support for official NRM flag bearers and guard against what he described as internal opposition, members who publicly identify with the party but secretly campaign for rival candidates during elections.
More to come, brought to you by
Global Paint! How? For the seeding, for us we use Global Mat.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
When we return from the break, our health reporter Henry Mgenyi traveled to the border district of Kasese and Windibujo to document the voices from the border on Ebola controls. Our story and much more coming up here on NBS Live at 9. Get to understand what happens on the border districts. What's the situation like in Kasese, in Bundubujo, and all those areas. We'll return in a bit.
Uganda is moving forward. And at the heart of that movement is the most extensive fiber network in East Africa, with more than 15,000 kilometers of fiber and over 5,000 telecom mast sites. Soliton Telmec is the backbone that enables Uganda's telecom and digital infrastructure, connecting government services, businesses, homes, universities, hospitals, banks, villages, and telecom masts. We don't just build networks. We maintain and commercialize critical infrastructure that supports national development. East Africa's leading fiber company, connecting Uganda with the most capacity. Soliton Telmec, building networks for life.
There is a new era of elegance and it begins at your event. At Peno Events, we have upgraded with fresh, modern, stylish event pieces designed to transform any space into a masterpiece. From luxury tents to elegant furniture to premium mobile washrooms, hand wash stations, lounge sets, parasols, wooden chairs, modern chair set, banquet setup. Peno Events. Safe, reliable, stylish. Book now.
Uganda, are you ready for the biggest honey show in Africa? This August, Tunado welcomes the world to the 4th Africa Apimondia Symposium and Exhibition featuring honey show, apiculture, learning sessions, and business networking opportunities under the theme Beekeeping for Business and Livelihoods. Come join apiculture leaders, researchers, processors, investors, and food systems practitioners from across Africa and beyond. Come and be part of this historic gathering from the 25th to the 28th of August 2026 at Hotel Africana, Kampala. The 4th Africa Apimondia Symposium and Honey Show is organized by Tunado in partnership with Come, Network, Learn, Grow.
We don't need anyone's permission to move forward. What we need is the power to do it our way. Spiro is not your typical EV company. It's the power grid for African ambition. A network that connects Nairobi to Kigali, Lagos to Lome, Dar to Kampala. Not with cables and wires, but with clean, quiet, relentless movement. This is Africa, powered by us.
Why pay for someone else's repairs? Say goodbye to hidden costs and hello to peace of mind of a brand new start. Discover the Suzuki range of unmatched, fuel-efficient and reliable options. From the iconic Jimny to the new Across Hybrid. Find the perfect blend of style and world-class efficiency. Upgrade today and enjoy 1 year of free fuel and comprehensive insurance, plus 2 years of free service and a 3-year warranty. Trade in your current car or choose financing to start driving as you pay installments. Don't wait. Visit the Suzuki showroom today or call 0800-211-033 to get started.
How do you make a party? You take time to prepare. to bring all the pieces together, to craft it right. The result, great refreshment. And that makes it time well spent. Club, brewed longer for longer refreshment.
It was the month of May this year when Uganda had the unenviable task of declaring another Ebola outbreak, adding to the several times the country has battled with a lot of success the deadly disease. Uganda has implemented strict border measures with limited crossings with the Democratic Republic of the Congo to essential traffic only, suspending public transport. Our health reporter Henry Mugenyi traveled to the border districts of Kasese and Bundibujo to document the voices from the border on Ebola controls. Now here is the story that you can call Humite.
On May 15, 2026, Uganda announced an outbreak of the Bundibujo Ebola virus disease caused by a Congolese national who crossed into Uganda and subsequently died. Uganda reacted to the cross-border Bundibujo Ebola virus outbreak by swiftly activating national and district response teams, heightening surveillance and deploying rapid response teams to high-risk regions like Kampala and border areas. Authorities enhanced screening at points of entry and set up isolation and treatment units. The different measures have helped contain the outbreak in the country. This is the Mpondwe border post in Bwera, Kasese district, one of Uganda's busiest entry points from the Democratic Republic of Congo. An atmosphere of caution, vigilancy, and heightened security surrounds this crossing. Border officials remain on high alert. Health workers are deployed in large numbers, working around to detect any potential Ebola cases.
This is the point that separates Uganda from the DRC, and any car that leaves the DRC to come to Uganda, because this is Uganda's entry, is disinfected with disinfectants, and you can see Magulu doing what he does best, to see that any truck that comes in does not really cross with the infection or cross with the disease from the neighboring country, because we understand that cases are on an increase in the DRC.
Every traveler, regardless of status or position, must undergo screening, wash their hands, and have their details recorded in the surveillance system maintained by the government.
So after clicking on this QR code, it will give you a page like this, and on this page you'll find information if you're a truck driver, because only now truck drivers are allowed, those that are ferrying cargo to the different parts of the country, but also essential workers. So it will take you to select your district of entry, border crossing, country of origin, city of origin or town. Passengers with you, is your final destination Uganda, district in Uganda where you're heading. I think this is all meant for them to be able to locate you when you leave your details behind.
If a traveler shows signs or symptoms of Ebola, the instructions are strict. It is a mandatory testing at Regional Hospital, and this vigilancy is paying off.
We do screening at the border, screening people who come into the country from the DRC,
and we are always in thousands of people on a daily basis, except now that movement has been limited somehow, because now we are dealing with mostly truck drivers and the passengers thereon. We can screen about 40, 50, 60, 70 trucks, but still this means a lot.
This swift response is not unique to Mpondwe alone, but effectively deployed across all the border posts around the country. We do a spot check in Bondabujo district at its Busunga border. It is frequently used by traders traveling to Congolese towns of Kamango and Nobiri. Security here is equally tight. All health protocols are followed here for people crossing into the country. Uganda has about 24 official manned entry points with numerous porous routes.
Those ones are screened. They will do the contamination at the border, and as also UPDF is helping us to man other points of entry.
What we did first was to cross the weekly border markets, which brings Congolese and Ugandan together.
However, government has set up strict border closures with active military and security patrols.
But it's not easy because people here have a lot in common.
This is River Lamia, which flows from the Rwenzori Mountains into the Samuliki River and has long served as a crossing point for local communities moving between Uganda and the DRC. Today, plainclothes security officers patrol the area to stop unauthorized crossing, even though many families live on both sides of the border.
This here is Mulengitona 1A, one of the porous border points that is known to the forces that are manning this particular area. And the people that you're seeing in my background, most of these are Congolese that have crossed from the other side of the country to come and maybe find life or wash from here.
As an extended measure, not even death within the district is taken lightly. Samples are taken to establish the exact cause of death before the barrier arrangements proceed.
Even if you are Ugandan, if you are there in Congo, they should temporarily bury you there. If you are here, you are a Congolese, you come to seek treatment here, and we bury here temporarily. And any other person who dies now in this district, we got an alert. Before you bury, our surveillance team will go there, get pig samples, and we have, I think, managed about 15 cases, but all of them have come negative.
Life at the border towns has slowed down, but authorities continue to affirm the need to control further spread of the virus.
Fortunately, we had the permanent presence of a medical team which checked people entering in and leaving Uganda for any epidemics or pandemic.
Across all Ugandan districts bordering the Democratic Republic of Congo, public gatherings have been suspended as part of efforts to prevent the spread of Ebola. Uganda and DRC are now collaborating on contact tracing and mobile treatment units with the affected area. Henry Mugenyi, NBS Live at 9.
Business Pulse, brought to you by
Well, it's time we see what's happening in the business world. Starting it off with Pride Bank that has unveiled the Pride Bridge Finance Facility, a specialized financing solution designed to help educational institutions and religious organizations overcome short-term cash flow challenges while strengthening their long-term financial sustainability. The facility is aimed at addressing the common financial gaps institutions experience between operational expenses and the collection of school fees or other expected revenues. By providing timely access to working capital, Pride Bank seeks to ensure that institutions can continue delivering essential services without disruption.
Recognizing that many schools face seasonal cash flow constraints, particularly at the beginning of academic terms, the Pride Bridge Finance Facility enables institutions to meet critical obligations such as staff salaries, utilities, maintenance, and other operational expenses while awaiting school fee collections.
This product is aimed at helping out the school proprietors and the school in regards to boosting the educational sector. And we are glad that as Pride Bank, we are taking this a notch higher to ensure that we are serving the directors of our schools, all the school proprietors, in a way of boosting their working capital, ensuring they do construction of their schools, and also making sure that they are able to meet their operational costs in their daily activities.
Eligible institutions can access financing ranging from 5 million Uganda shillings to 1 billion shillings with flexible repayment periods of 60 months. The repayment structure is aligned with timely school fee collection cycles, allowing borrowers to manage repayments in line with their cash inflows.
Realized a gap, and for us who are familiar with the school calendar and their cash flows, we realize over close to 40% of the school budget is never met because we run a cash budget. So if you find that our schools, our partners are always their cash flows are affected. So for example, you are running end of the month, end of the year, and you don't have money to pay school fee, to pay salaries. So we are saying using this bridge facility, just give us your payroll and we shall pay the what? We shall pay your staff so that we manage that stress for you.
According to Pride Bank, the facility is designed to not only bridge immediate funding gaps, but also support long-term financial resilience of educational and religious institutions by offering a practical and sustainable financing solution.
For the school bridge finance facility, we are saying we have come to address the short-term needs within the school operation terms. There are circumstances where our parents don't pay money on time, but the school budget has to operate. So because the school budget has to operate, we come to fix the short-term need, as when money comes, then you balance yourself and pay back. Yeah, so this is basically fixing operating short-term needs of institutions.
Ready to invest at the Kabaliga Petro Best Industrial Park? Booking your site visit is simple. Step 1. Visit kip.unok.com and click Create Account. Enter your company details and your authorized representative's information, then submit. Your login credentials will be sent to your email. Step 2. Return to the portal and sign in. Step 3. Click Book Site Visit. Select your zone, describe your business and land requirements, then submit your request. You will receive a confirmation with your schedule shared by 29th July 2026. Don't get stuck. Our team is with you every step of the way. Book by 30th July 2026. Site visits commence by 11th to 25th of August. For support, contact support.kip@unok.com today. Invest in KIP. Invest in Uganda. Kabaliga Petro Best Industrial Park, a project by the Ugandan National Oil Company, UNOC.
Experience the ultimate in bathing luxury with Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap.
Choose from a variety of refreshing types, including menthol, antibacterial, ice cool, blueberry, coconut, and raspberry. Each one promises an upper-world, refreshing feel that redefines your experience with bathing. Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap, the ultimate refreshing feel. Distributed by Chopper General Enterprises, located at shop number 3, Rafik Building, Chikoba, Kampala. You can find Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap in shops and supermarkets nearby.
Looking for a vacation of a lifetime? Cross the equator and discover Pineapple Bay Resort. Enjoy exceptional life's luxuries. Spend quality time with family, friends, or even that special someone. Get in touch with nature with our range of outdoor activities. The calming tranquility of water, breathtaking views, moving memories around campfires. It's all here. Plus, a club experience like no other at Pineapple Bay Clubhouse. It's a whole vibe. You can hire any of our 3 VIP cruise boats for groups of 10, 14, or 25 people. Or you can cruise out with Swipe on a luxury yacht for 12 people. Our premium boats are all safety compliant. Make your next vacay an all-round experience at Pineapple Bay, located on Bulago Island, right in the midst of Lake Victoria. Talk to us today.
The parent is Tuliahewa Dixon. And the child is Tuliahewa Esther.
Kambera gwete kwa mchisha. Ngo isha watu yahewa Esther. Wahangura school fees. Ngeni na hateja shana mashemero magonka. MTN momo eberewo mbeni nyegasta igana kaga ni 5 sta manana 0 hash kushashuro mwana school fees toko manyo muchisheri zagwijo wanje ninga nchaka ngwasa kuzo wawe mwebare munonga.
For more information, please contact us on 0760-663-061 or email reservations@mbzgroup.africa.
Hey travelers, are you a family gearing up for that big vacation, a hustler working abroad coming home, or your squad chasing sunsets and passport stamps? It's time you lock in. Say goodbye to long airport queues, shocking roaming bills, and the stress of hunting for local SIM cards, because now you can travel like a local. Stay connected in over 180 countries. Just scan, tap, and boom, instant data the moment you reach your destination. Get your Rogue Travel eSIM today at travel.roguetelcom.co.ug. Contact us on 020-5000123.
Let's have this one more time. Come closer. Nice. Show me the hands. That's nice. I love this.
Mister, it's time. Packets have been waiting for me 1 minute.
Turn to your left. Yes, nice.
By the way, so your landlord is here to attend your wedding. No, super. He's not on the list. Why? He didn't finish his pledge.
We don't just welcome your cherished guests. We celebrate everyone.
The conversation here was about noise. Before